connecting the dots between the Trump campaign and Russia.
And after 3 years of lies, the Russia hoax is finally dead.
I solemnly open the debate on the impeachment of the President of the United States.
President Trump today has been acquitted.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi appeared to take the speech in her hand and rip it in half. Wow.
This is no time for Donald Trump hysterical xenophobia.
One way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy. So please bring on the recession.
We will burn down this system.
I'm hit left and right, left and right.
This has been the most peaceful week these streets have seen.
Facebook says it's taken down Trump re-election campaign ads.
Over 300 videos were taken down.
They are erasing everything.
But the Chinese say China would prefer Joe Biden.
Jobless numbers, the unemployment numbers for the month of June, going to be absolutely terrible.
We built the greatest economy in the world. I'll do it a second time.
Appears to be a stunner. Much better than expected.
The U.S. added 4.8 million jobs.
1.8 million jobs.
Greatest comeback in American history.
No matter how hard they try to stop us, they can't. You protected your family. You defended your dignity. You recaptured your destiny. And you took back your country with that great election. You have always been loyal to this nation. Now you finally have a president who is loyal to you. With every last ounce of heart and hope and sweat and soul, we are going to make our stand. We are going to stand for liberty. We are going to stand for justice. We are going to stand for freedom. And we will make America great again. And I'm fighting for you, and I love doing it. And I will never, ever stop. And you know that. The forgotten men and women will never, ever be forgotten again. And ladies and gentlemen of this country, the best is yet to come.
All right. Welcome, guys. Tuesday night, just to let you guys know, I always check the microphone because sometimes Facebook plays around the StreamYard, but not tonight. I'm on that because it's not supposed to do what it does, but it does for some reason. Anyway, sorry I had to do this Tuesday night. Not only did I do it Tuesday, I had to put it early. I have commitments for tonight. And I didn't wait till Thursday. I was actually surprised to get Roland on tonight. To be honest with you, I'm glad he did because it's kind of early for him. It's 7 o'clock, Eastern time. So it's probably 5 o'clock his time, which is supper time, right, Roland? So I'm taking you away from your supper. You can kick me in the ass next time if we ever do meet, which I know we will one day. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bring him on right away because, let's start the party, I guess you could say, because I got not even 50 minutes to get on. So I got lots of stuff to talk about with Roland, lots of videos to show that I'm sure Roland hasn't seen them yet. And all the good stuff. So let's bring him on and we'll go from there. And again, guys, I know I'm going to rush through the intro with the comment censors, the shout outs, but let's forget about that for tonight. Let's get rolling on because we've been censored from what's going on in the States to, for Canada. That, they've been doing a really good job trying to censor us and it's working. But I have people that send me things from the States. So it's always a good thing. So let's bring him on.
Hello, Canada. Hello, Jeff.
How you doing, Roland? Long time no see, my brother.
Yes, sir. Been a while. Of course, I've been busy moving my warehouse from one to the other. And so that's kind of took up a lot of my time. But as far as dinner goes, it's on the stove for another hour, so you haven't interrupted anything. So it's all
good,
right.
good.
I'm making
Good. What are you making? Chili?
Yeah, it's getting cool here.
That's true, huh?
Evenings. But man, it's good to see you. It's good to be on here with you guys again. It's been a while, and I apologize. I've just been so out of the loop. I haven't given my guys, my people, a whole lot. Maybe once or twice a week. It's just been the move's just been incredible. But I'm back. I'm good. I'm going to take a little time off here in a couple of weeks. But I appreciate you asking me to get on here because I was looking forward to it.
Good. That's great because, like I said, I actually had two guests this week. I had yourself, and I had a guy named Joe Anjard. And Joe is doing a big rally in Toronto. He's been on a lot of YouTube, a lot of Facebook, and he's tired of the immigration in Toronto. He's been on some videos that are showing what Toronto looks like now and what it used to look like back 20 years ago. He's actually originated from Moncton, where I am right now. And he moved to Toronto 20 years ago. And me and him have been keeping in contact for the past 3 weeks. And the rally is going so good to the point that, that gentleman out in Britain named Tommy, they're always attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy kind of put something on his Twitter or tweet, whatever you call it, X, about what he was doing in Toronto. He said, keep it up or something like that, because it's a war. And I'm going to show you some videos. I don't know if you've seen what's going on in France today.
Yeah.
Nepal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got all that written down. That's funny you're talking about that because it's breaking loose. People are tired, Jeff, everywhere. Australia, the UK, Ireland.
Yep.
I mean,
I've got all those videos. All those videos, my friend, of the news obviously is not going to report that from like what you said, Ireland is going crazy. Britain right now is going crazy. What you just mentioned, Australia, which I am very shocked that they're going crazy.
Germany.
Germany. And now look what happened in Nepal. They literally, guys, they burnt down the presidential house, just to let you guys know. They burnt it down. And on top of this, I'm going to show you a quick video. I don't know if you've seen what they did to the finance minister.
Yeah.
Did you see what they did to him?
Yeah.
They stripped him down and they made him walk. Check this out, guys. I call it the walk of shame, but check this out. 16 seconds.
Hey, buddy, you know what? We're so tired of all this crap. I love it. I'm sorry. They also burned down the Parliament House in Nepal. So, it's like, what it's like to be fed up. And this is happening instantaneously. All the flags flying in Britain. I mean, all the flags and people, the leftists are losing their mind. They're wanting to take them down. It's like, oh, no, it's a right side movement. It doesn't mean patriotism. What do you think flags mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it's just gotten out of hand.
Where's Nepal anyway? Because I'm having a hard time. Is that India? That's what I figured. It's right at the edge of India.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was figuring. Nepal. Okay. So
listen, there's going to be many more to come. They're not going to stop here. I think the revolution. Listen, Jeff, we've been hearing about this for 2 years. It's all coming. It's coming. And I believe with what Trump is doing over here, man, in all these cities, I'm telling you, these other people, and I'll tell you what was really cool is one of the Brits got on there and he said, we're going to take a page out of America. We're going to start flying our flags. And man, everybody, all these other countries started, and it's time. It's definitely time.
I want to start off the podcast tonight. When I showed you that video, I was watching your face at the same time. Because the intro videos that I do, a lot of people don't see those until I bring them out. And doesn't that bring you like a tear to your eye when deep down inside, if they would have cheated that election again in 2016, I mean, the world would have been a complete disaster.
Yeah.
Even if to this day, if Joe Biden or whatever her name is, Kamala would have won. Not one cheated again. which you and I know that was never going to happen again. But the people that I see on a daily basis, including my friend today who came to me, he came to get a tool for me, and he said, I hope you still don't follow Trump. And I'm like,
wow.
I said, what's about Trump? And he said, well, I don't like the fact what he said about when he was doing the whole pageant, he could walk into the room anytime when the girls were naked and stuff like that. And he bragged about it. I said, well, number one, Trump's not a politician. Trump is a businessman. Trump never drank a single ounce of alcohol in his entire life. He's a guy. He's a man with testosterone. I said 10 times worse stuff. And I mean, does that make me a demon? He likes women, obviously. You're a billionaire. You got to like women. We all have our demons, and women were my demons back then. He was just an ordinary man. I said, Brendan, I'm like, dude, what was so bad about what he talks about or what he says to what he actually has done since 2012? Don't talk about the 90s. Let's talk about 2016 and up. And he didn't even know what to respond to.
Hey, this same people, their favorite sport athlete inside a men's locker room is saying 1,000 times worse, but yet he's still going to be their hero, right?
Of course.
Because it's Trump for whatever reason, and he calls, Trump deranged syndrome is what it's called. And let me tell you, man, there's some leftists losing their minds over here still. These judges, these mayors, these governors, it's absolutely unbelievable what's going on over here. And he is making sure promises made, promises kept. That's what I keep going back to.
Yeah, and I think I have a picture, or maybe I didn't save it. No, I guess there's a huge rally in Washington, D.C. Today with thousands of people because they want D.C. back. And you would have to be a complete moron, maniac to Washington, D.C. I seen videos of how disgusting it really was. And they want it back. They never, it's been cleaned. It's been cleansed.
Paid protesters, Jeff.
I know, by Soros. Yeah, well, Soros is already gone, but paid by, whoever is paying them. Exactly. Yeah. I know it's disgusting, and it just doesn't make sense. And my first comment, because I'm trying not to get banned again, so I'm trying to minimize what I comment on people's pages.
Hey, am I going to get banned by by association here?
Just don't put stuff on my Facebook. That's it. I'm even shadow banned on TikTok now. I just started TikTok now about a month ago. My son was showing me, and I was getting like 6,000 to 8,000 views, which is not a lot, but it's for a guy that doesn't have a lot of friends. And all of a sudden, out of 4 videos, 2 are community standards talking about immigration, and my last video that I did on TikTok, I had 320 people from thousands. So I'm like, I'm never going to win.
Yeah, I get it. Believe me.
Here's a question for you. And I've got a lot of stuff. What do you think about this? Before we even get to, I'm going to put this so I don't forget, because I want to test your knowledge. What do you think about JD Vance? This is not the question. I've got a video for you. What do you think about JD Vance?
He's not holding back on anything over here. I'm telling you right now, it's like JD kind of is leaving the good boy image. He is just he's not holding anything back over here anymore.
Do you believe that's a 2.0 of JD Vance? 2.0?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm going to show you a 56-second video. And there's no way that this JD Vance is today's JD Vance. Check this out.
We can say that for the most people in this movie right now.
Yeah, but check this out. You'll be surprised. Or the other people that haven't seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, this video, but it's only 56 seconds. You'll be surprised. There's no one that could switch and still be the same person.
I will be a vice president who never forgets where he came from.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I'm definitely not going to vote for Trump. My current plan is to vote either third party, or as I joke to my wife, I might write in my dog. What Trump is just another opioid. I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place. There is definitely an element of Donald Trump's support that has its basis in racism or xenophobia. And I agree with you on Trump. I don't think he actually cares about folks. I think that he's leading people in a very dark direction, and that's ultimately what worries me the most about Trump. Trump is a really bad candidate, and frankly, I think a really bad person. I officially accept your nomination to be Vice President of the United States of America.
Yeah, so what do you think about that one?
Great video, man. You can even tell the face is longer. I got to hand it to them. They do a good job of finding the 2.0s and the 3.0s. They do a really good job, but it's no different than Elon Musk. No difference whatsoever. This is about as white and black as it can be. And there's no way that I'll tell you this, if that would be me talking about Obama, there's no way in heaven or hell that you would get me to switch and say what or running as Obama's vice president. Never. No way. That does not happen. So
yeah, it's impossible. You can't switch the amount of hatred that he had for Trump. Just turn on a dime. It's impossible.
Nope.
So we all know this, but because I couldn't talk on Facebook or write anything for the past week, it was eating me up. So last Friday, I got a ton of messages, or this weekend. Oh my God, did you see Donald Trump and Bill Gates at the table and Zuckerberg? He sold out, Jeff. I know it. I just know it. I told you I was right. And I'm like, on Messenger, I can write back, which is great. So I'm like, really? Do you actually think that? I said, what's the number one thing that Trump loves to do? And what is it, Roland?
He'll put you front and center, buddy, to expose you.
You got an A+ for your because you know why? If you guys, I thought I saved the video, but it wouldn't let me save it, obviously, because it was a good video. But on his Truth Social, he put all vaccines are poison, and there's a video going around which I try to save it for you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys must have seen it. If you didn't, you seen it, Roland?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a beautiful video, and it says all vaccines are poison. So what did he do? Hook, line, and sink. He put them at the table, exposed them, put them front and center, got everyone's attention, and then a couple days later, laid it out and said, here you go.
Hey, that's how he operates. And here's the thing that amazes me, Jeff, that supposedly people that are on this Trump train question every single thing. Listen, I don't know how long you've been dishing it out, but I'm going on 3 years next week. And for people that say, oh, Roland, I follow you and this and this and that, and the next thing you know, they're agreeing with another podcaster and what he says and she says that's completely opposite of what I've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do they feel sorry for this person for whatever reason? I don't care. You cannot be on two trains going in different directions. It doesn't happen that way. And that drives me crazy that these people continue to go, oh, but did you see, just like you said, oh, Jeff, did you see he sold out? I knew it. He's a black hat. Man, people, you guys are going to drive me to drinking, and I don't need an excuse. Trust me.
Yeah, it's I don't follow a lot of podcasters, but I used to follow Nino Rodriguez. Yeah. And I remember one day he lost his marbles and he said, I'm moving to Dubai and taking everything. The world is done in the United States. And I'm like laughing at him. But of course, he doesn't, reply to my messages, and I'm laughing at him. And he's getting millions of views and making a shitload of money. Yeah. And people still follow him. And he thinks he's still not 100%, but I love it when he comes in. He said, oh, by the way, Trump is going to do this, and I think he's going to do that. I'm like, yeah, Nino, I kind of told you that last year what his plan was.
Exactly. Yeah. We just didn't say this today. No, I get it. It's crazy.
Here's a thing about some people. I don't know if you've seen this, but because of the whole up front and center, check out this minute video. Because like I said, there was a reason why he had that supper with the big tech. And it's a minute video. I think you guys will like this.
Good morning, everyone.
My name is Matthew Gagliotti, and I'm the head of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. Thank you all for joining us today as we announce the largest coordinated healthcare fraud takedown in the history of the Department of Justice. Today marks a decisive moment in our fight to protect American taxpayers from fraudsters and to defend the integrity of America's healthcare system. We are announcing today charges against 324 defendants for their alleged participation in healthcare fraud schemes involving approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to Medicare, Medicaid, and other healthcare programs.
So, what do you think?
The list of stuff like this is so long. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get to it, but it is absolutely amazing on a daily basis here. What you guys can't see over there, what keeps coming out as far as fraud and embezzlement and offshore accounts, and why? Listen, Senator Kennedy tore into not Senator Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy tore to the senators about each one of them getting pharmaceutical kickbacks. And Bernie Sanders admitted it right up there live and in person about the rhinos and the Democrats all getting kickbacks on that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, especially that Warren, Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, my
I would poke her in the eyes. It wouldn't. I take the assault charge and brag about it.
Well, you'd have to get in line.
Yeah. Speaking of the pharmaceutical, did you see about the Minister of Health in Sweden?
No, I did not.
Well, check out this 30-second video.
Frågor som betyder mest för människors tilltro till vår gemensamma välfärd. Tack.
Tack för det. Och nu tror jag Jakob ska lära oss allt om paragraf 5-förordnanden. Eller hur, Jakob?
Ja, det tänker jag vi har i en särskild övning möjligen. Hälso- och sjukvården.
Safe and efficient.
Wow.
That just happened.
Listen, I saw some people bragging, posting, yes, because there's some stuff over here with COVID again. I don't know if you're aware, there's supposedly, especially in California, COVID outbreak again. And there's people showing their boosters and going, my 6th booster. And I'm just kind of going, well, you won't be here this time next year.
Yeah, you can't feel sorry for them at this point. I know God wants us to honor thy neighbor and love, but you know what? At this point, you're still taking that poison. You are just doomed. You sold your soul from the first time.
Well, Jeff, what I'm noticing more than anything is that I really do believe, I didn't know how to feel about it at first, but I really do believe that I just kind of took it in stride, kind of on a daily basis, trying to see. But I do believe like this, and it breaks my heart to even talk about it. This wacko that stabbed that beautiful girl on the bus. I believe this vaccine is making people do stuff that we could have never imagined. The Karen at the Phillies baseball game. I mean, losing their stuff over a ball. Are you kidding me? And a kid's birthday, you're going to go ballistic as a 65-year-old woman or however old she was to go. I do believe these vaccines have done exactly what they created it to do.
Of course.
And we're seeing it firsthand.
DNA, it disrupts the DNA for the people that are still living. Yeah, and it just depends on what frequency they put it up for the whole sickness. But yeah, it changes your DNA like you wouldn't believe. That's a true fact. And what you're talking about for the people is this. Number one is the only bad thing this woman should have known, and this is not racist, but this is obviously a realist opinion, is when you see a gentleman looking like that, you don't let that person sit behind you. For one thing, I'm from the big cities of Toronto, and I always will be front and center if I have someone with a hoodie, with dreadlocks, that looks like a criminal sitting behind me. That will never happen. So I feel bad for her.
The fact that she was from Ukraine and she was on her phone, and she just got off work and got on the bus. She was probably exhausted, tired. You can tell she's got a ball cap on. She no more paid attention probably as she sat down in front of a demonic monster that I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
Yeah. It's did she died, right?
Right there on the spot.
Okay, because when I seen the video of when he sliced her, she was like in shock. She was like this, and then she didn't know she was sliced, and then the video stopped.
She falls over. There are new videos out where she falls down down to the floor.
And bled to death?
Yeah, she bled to death. And nobody in the damn bus did nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
This is the America, and this is the world that our leaders want and protect. And that's why we've got to fight harder than ever, man. I'll tell you right now, I don't know what yet, but this video to me has affected me more than something has in a very, very long time.
Well, something's going on apparently, and I don't know if this is true, but there was an eclipse or something the other night of to do with the moon.
Yeah,
blood
moon. Yeah.
Because a lot of weird things have been happening ever since then with the whole
you mean weirder things, because weird things have already
yeah, weirder. But I mean, I was watching a guy named Moon Henry, and he feels like that they opened up the portal or some other devilish thing, because then you have this freak, Lady Gaga, on the same night of that doing this concert with this they're not even hiding it no more. This is Lady Gaga at a concert. This is completely 100% a ritual, satanic ritual, as you can see.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I had the video for this, and I thought it downloaded, but it didn't. But it was a disgusting video. And then, of course, this is starting to show up with Garth Brooks. I'm sorry to say. I know you probably were a Garth Brooks kind of guy.
Nope.
Good guy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Something about him. I like some of his music, but there's something about him that just rubbed me the wrong way for whatever reason. And man, I'm telling you, there's some stuff going on about him that's unbelievable.
You know how I knew something was going on with him, Roland? He did a documentary on him not too long ago, and he was basically confessing to that he did a lot of bad things. I could sense it.
Yeah.
He was on top of a hill, and you could tell that he knew he was done. He was gone. It's the same confession that Jim Carrey made, where they said he went crazy because his girlfriend took off to Europe and left him. Now, these guys are all pretty much finished. But I guess Garth Brooks was like a real bad demon kind of thing. Like, we're talking lots of people went missing, kids and that.
And at his concerts, there's always somebody missing. But here's the thing, Jeff, you got to really, really think about this. His rise to stardom happened overnight. I don't care what anybody says.
True.
Garth is not, he's not the greatest singer. He is an unbelievable entertainer. But you got to stop and think. You and I could be unbelievable if somebody threw billions of dollars in us, and the stage presence and the way we, the voice toners and all that stuff with the right songs and everything. You and I could have done just as well. Trust me. A lot of people might look at us and go, "Oh no, guys, there's no way." Let me tell you, when you have that kind of money and backing, and take a look at all these celebrities and what they had to do to get to where they're at. They sold their soul.
Of course.
Okay, and George Strait just called him out.
Yeah, and actually, I was just going to say that didn't George Strait call him out? Now, the funny thing, how you said that, and I was about to bring this up, so it's leaning into this. It's the fact of what you just said with celebrity. Well, there's two things. Number one is you must know of Derek Johnson.
Yeah.
Derek Johnson, 1776, Rattle Trap, blah, blah, blah. I guess he's a country singer. Yep. He won some awards, but because he didn't go down that sacrifice thing, anyway, he's calling them all out because he knows the music industry, and he doesn't talk bad about anybody when it comes to this. But he caught my eye one day when he said about Jelly Roll. Do you think Jelly Roll did sell his soul? And I knew it. I knew it from the start when I seen him in Post Malone, because no country star looks like that.
Yeah.
No country star has tattoos all over their face. These are people, like I have a video of Jelly Roll acting like some ghetto hood person with no tattoos on his face, but you could tell he's straight up ghetto the way he talked. Yeah. And all of a sudden, he puts it's the time he sold his soul is the whatever day that was. It's the time he rose to fame. And that tattoo on his face of the cross, people say, well, he's got a cross on his face. I'm like, yeah, but unfortunately, when he looks at that cross, it's upside down. But you guys don't know that because he has it right here on his cheek. To you guys, you see the ordinary cross, but to him, he sees an upside down cross.
And now he's out there singing gospel. Okay. What are you hiding? Whatever. I try not to really, and I don't know any songs that he's ever sang. None. I couldn't begin to tell you any song he's ever sang. But if you haven't figured out by now, first of all, we've been lied to about everything. And when you see something like that and that kind of stardom, and I hate to say it, but people that look like that or making it or whatever, something else is going on.
Exactly.
Something else is going on.
Exactly.
And I've been here long enough in Music City in Nashville, Tennessee to see it come and go. Okay. I've been around them. I've played with them. I see it anytime I go downtown, and you can tell when there's a major change into somebody. So don't let them fool you.
Speaking of the major change, I got two things. I got this one, which we all know. Carrie Underwood. Does that look, and look behind, that's all demonic. You see everything, the flames behind?
That don't even look like her.
Exactly. And number two, that doesn't even look like her. I think that's 2.0.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this goes past your genre, I guess you could say. But once upon a time, I remember Britney Spears went crazy. Remember that?
Yeah.
No one could figure out why she went crazy and shaved her head. And then all of a sudden, Justin Timberlake was with NSYNC and then went solo and became famous. Now, we both know, and a lot of the viewers know, that in order to become famous, especially as a solo, you got to do two things. You either got to sacrifice your firstborn, or you transition your firstborn. All right. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently, I'm going to show you this. You tell me if you think it's true. So what it says is the theory that says Justin Timberlake was made to sacrifice his unborn child with Britney Spears in order to have a successful solo career. They dated from 99 until 2002. She had terminated the pregnancy before they split in 2002. Then in the same year, his solo career began with his super successful song, Like I Love You, launching him into solo stardom. And to me, that makes a lot of sense because she hasn't rebounded ever since then.
Have you seen any of her videos lately?
I didn't even know she made videos.
Listen, she does selfie.
Oh, yeah. Not music videos.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
I mean, she's bonkers.
Yeah.
She's dancing. Yeah. She's touching herself. She's, absolutely doing like she's on some weird drug or whatever, but it's just really, and it looks really demonic.
Okay.
Again, her father held her hostage basically for a long time and messed her up and so forth. Man, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's just not good.
Now, Justin Timberlake's last video, I don't know if you've seen that. You can't get any more demonic than his video. And I shared it with a lot of people on my podcast last year, and it's blood coming out of his mouth. He's got the horns coming out the whole video is demonic, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to try to find it right now. But if you really want to see Justin Timberlake Sold His Soul, I'm going to look it up right now somehow while I'm talking to you. And I'll find the name of it. And if you really want to see his last video, demonic video, I'll get it. It's called No Angels. No Angels. And just the name of it, right?
Yeah.
You literally got to watch that, Roland. And I don't know, it's 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. And I guarantee you're going to be like, how is this guy, how is this guy even walking? How is anyone even going to his concerts? Put it this way after watching this video.
What a shame. And you see these people that go to these concerts, Jeff, to these demonic concerts. I mean, all you got to do is look at the names of the like Beyonce's and the J-Lo's and, these people. And then you can talk to You just talked about Justin Timberlake, and you can look at these guys that hung around P. Diddy and all this stuff that was just absolutely evil, demonic. Now you got Taylor Swift. Now there's all this about even Reba,
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
And Dolly Parton. I mean, it's unreal. It's just unbelievable.
I don't know if it's true, but they were saying Dolly Parton really is a man. Now, I never went down that rabbit hole to see that. To actually, maybe it's a man now. Maybe the real Dolly Parton is, 2.0.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If she was a man or he's a man or whatever, this isn't the original Dolly Parton from the 70s.
Yeah, because we both know there's no way faking that shit.
No, not at all.
Those were too big to fake.
But man, you really stop and think about what's going on in this world. And I said it on my pods this whole last year. The 2024 was exposure, disclosure, and this year is the year of exposure and exposure. And you're seeing it happen right before our eyes, and more countries are going to start letting you know what's really been going on, and we're going to get to see it. But especially with social media now, you can't get on without seeing some kind of nudity with some kind of demonic. They're still out there fighting for LGBTQ and DEI and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there kind of going, none of these officials were elected. They were selected.
Yep.
And that's why we are in the world that we're in right now.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I got to the point one day when I found out that my province in New Brunswick, which we have like 800,000 people, not including the newly immigrants that are coming. But there's an article that came out, Roland, and the provincial government is fighting to bring in 135,000 Africans, my friend, in the next 3 to 5 years. Now, this is not racist. This is being a realist. But don't they call African Americans in America?
Yeah.
And what's the majority of the African Americas? Every ghetto, every place in every major city has ghettos. And I would say, and I'm not making this number up, I would say a good 85 to 90% of those ghettos are made up with African Americans. Now, New Brunswick right now, what the people don't understand is these people, they might start off as good, the people that are coming in, but their kids, I analyze everything. I go to the mall and their kids are acting like African Americans now. Their pants down to their knees, the comb in their dreadlock hair, their hat sideways. They're doing the exact same thing. And what New Brunswick doesn't know, 135,000 in this little province is going to demolish this whole province. And I said enough is enough. So I called up a couple buddies. I said, we need to get together. There's an election in 3 years. We need to put a party together. I don't care who runs it. I want to run it because I'm the Donald Trump that's going to say what everyone needs to hear. And I don't give a crap if they call me racist. I've been on the news before, local nightclub owner and gym owners deemed racist and homophobic. Anyway, so I don't mind saying what people want to say, but they can't because they'll probably lose their jobs. And like I told everybody at that little meeting, we had a great meeting at a park. I said, I'll take the arrows, but I'm going to tell you something. We won't lose. And the reason why we won't lose, we might not have a lot of people coming out to the rallies, but when it comes to election times, these are what I call closet voters. They're coming to vote because they know what is out there. I'll give you an example. I'm going to show you a video. Do you know how many immigrants that the Liberal Party, which would be your Democrats, how many people they brought into Canada from 2015 when Justin Trudeau came in up until now? Take a good guess, my friend, how many? Because they're not giving the real numbers until this came out.
They won't never give the real numbers and stuff. So, well, it's got to be in the mega millions.
10 million.
Yeah.
That are documented, not including the ones that are not documented. 10 million. So that means,
their plan has worked to perfection. And I tell my peeps all the time, like, Roland, how did we get here? We allowed it. And I hate to keep saying it like that, but it's a fact. And when we accept that we allowed it, we can do something about it. And what you're trying to do and talking about good and ready to go and do and get these closet voters out of the closet to come out to these elections and vote. Look what one man did, Donald Trump. Look what one man did. It's amazing.
Yep. It's and the thing with me is I really don't care at this point because like I told the people that were there, because I was the main speaker and the only speaker, they were too scared to speak. So I did the whole speaking and everyone listened. Like I nailed down a lot of good things. So the thing with me that I do understand, I know what the narrative is. I know what the outcome is. I know what they're trying to do. I know what the future holds. But the thing is like one of the persons looked at me. It was a Friday night. They said, Jeff, how do we get to these communities up north that are hardcore liberal voters? We're never going to win them over. And I said, you know what, my friend? The liberal voters are going to eat the liberal voters because I guarantee they're going to see stuff that they didn't actually see before with the immigrants coming into their towns. And they're going to say, uh-oh, I think we messed up. And sure enough, Roland, the next day, an article comes out that they put a Canadian up north in jail for 245 days because he was threatening. They call it threatening, talking bad about the immigrants and the liberal MP up there. 245 days in prison. Wow. But the thing is the comments. I was looking at the comments and I would say 95% of the people were agreeing with the guy.
You got
the guy
this,
they put in jail.
You got this, and then you got this lunatic who just stabbed this girl who's been arrested 14 times and released by these crooked judges. And look what he did.
But Trump, did you see what Trump did today? They arrested him again, and he's getting the death penalty.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Pour the gas. Let me light the match. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or give me the bullet, and I'll shoot the gun, and I'll sleep better at night. Trust me on that. So yeah, 10 million, and I said I know me and you haven't been on together for a while, but I said to my viewers, they said, Jeff, how do we stop this? Because now they're finding out there's videos going viral that these businesses are getting paid incentives to hire the immigrants, including, check this out, there's this program called TWIF or something like that they're asking for cooks at Wendy's or McDonald's, and they're paying them $36 an hour. 36 bucks an hour. So what's happening is the people that own the business are getting the 36 bucks and they're giving the worker 15 or 16 bucks. Yeah. So a lot of this is all coming out right now as we speak. So they asked me, how do we stop this? And I said, plain and simple, stop supporting businesses that hire immigrants and shame them. Guess what? The Conservative Party came out last week and said the exact same thing that I said. So they're taking up my slogan, just like they call themselves the Common Sense Party, which I've already had that slogan 2 years ago. Now they're calling it. But the thing is, they want to shame the companies that are hiring them, which is great. I'm still going to do it here for the province of New Brunswick. But they're starting to come out now. But it's like I told people, we can't depend on the Conservatives and we can't depend on the Liberals no more. And I'm tired of waiting.
True. Did you hear about the arrest at the Hyundai plant over here in Georgia?
How many people were arrested again? 570,
I think. Yeah, close to 500. And the
thing that
was happening, what you just said, it was the kickbacks that Hyundai was getting for hiring these illegal immigrants.
You're freezing up, Roland.
Oh, I'm good over here, Jeff. I don't know. Everything looks good over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's just Facebook messing around. Yeah, Facebook just messing around again. But yeah, you're right. The Hyundai plant, I seen that. And one thing that people were telling me is like, Mark Carney is mandating the EV. And I'm saying Mark Carney is not going to even be able to wipe his butts and with the electric vehicles. And all of a sudden he put a stop so far on the EVs. Like I told people, it's never going to happen. They're doing the same thing. What they did to Joe Biden, they're doing the same thing to Mark Carney. So I've been telling people we're going to feel the pinch. We're going to feel the pinch, and that's because of the people that decide to vote liberal, Donald Trump is going to make us feel the pinch for all of them.
Hey, and what about, was it the UK? If a burglar or an intruder gets in your home, you should retreat or you should go and
Ontario.
hide. I'll tell you right now.
That's Canada.
Someone's going to get a bullet somewhere. That's all.
That's Canada. That's Canada. Ontario.
Is it Canada? Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And last year, the same police chief came out and said, "Leave the keys at the door." I'm serious. They said, "Leave the keys at the door. If they're going to steal your vehicle, to not confront them, leave the keys at the door for them."
Who in their right mind? Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to get out this whole conspiracy that people are still bugging me about. It's a 2-minute and 45-second video. I'm going to get it out there with the whole Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump for the people that are wondering why Trump lists name on the plane, blah, blah, blah. I think this gentleman pretty much sums everything that I could explain, and probably you could, and you'll probably like this video. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. This will debunk what people are still saying about Trump and Epstein.
You might not like the truth, but I'll never tell a lie. Democrats and the media are getting extremely lazy, recycling the same 4 photos of President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. But the reality is that this man is the antithesis of this man. And I'm about to lay down a timeline that's gonna blow the media's narrative apart. First of all, these photos that they keep circulating from the 90s, let me tell you something about this man right here, okay? He was the king of New York in the 80s and 90s, so everyone wanted a picture with President Trump. He was doing it big then, and he's doing it big now. Let's just look at the president and some other big names he was with. Oh, sorry, wrong picture, hold on. Wrong once again. You know what? Let's get back into the timeline, because once you follow the actual facts, the media story falls apart. Let's look at some flight logs. See, President Trump flew with Epstein 8 times, and the majority of those times was with his wife at the time, Marla Maples, their daughter Tiffany, and their son Eric, along with the nanny, all right here. And they only flew from Palm Beach to Jersey or to Washington, D.C. The president's last flight with Epstein was in 1997. And this is where we run into our first problem, because see, Jeffrey Epstein didn't buy his island until 1998. So again, President Trump last flew with Jeffrey Epstein in 1997. Epstein bought his island in 1998. Now fast forward to 2004, and this is where their friendship ended, when they were both bidding for this oceanfront mansion in Palm Beach, Florida. And President Trump, like the boss he is, outbid him at $41 million. And that checks out, because in 2019, President Trump said he hadn't spoken to him in 15 years. 2004, 2019, the math checks out. Now in 2007, President Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago for stealing spa employees, including Virginia Giuffre, who in one of her last posts was extremely happy that Donald Trump was the president. President Trump even cooperated in 2009 in an investigation that got Epstein arrested. Fast forward to 2019, it was President Trump's DOJ that arrested Jeffrey Epstein on federal charges. That would be called the opposite of helping a friend out. Media's recycling old photos and old lies because that's all they got. Yeah, nothing seems to stick. Every 2 weeks, it's a new gotcha moment. But the reality is, it's fucking exhausting already. Because at the end of the day, it's not President Trump that's the problem for them. It's the truth. But now I want to hear from you guys. Are you tired of the media every 2 weeks trying to come up with a new scandal that just won't stick? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, love you guys. Peace.
Excellent video. Excellent.
Isn't it? He did a lot of things, and there's so many people that have the time to do these videos. I wish I did.
Oh, me too. But that sums it up in a nutshell, Jeff. They're going to try to find anything. What's amazing is these people in the media still, no matter what, if Trump looks at somebody bad, if he says something wrong, if he sneezes wrong, it is all over the news. It's not going to stop until this movie is over. And it is. It's already checkmate. It's already been checkmate. It's just a matter of wiping the board clean or whatever's going ready to happen. But man, let me tell you, I know I'm not a violent person. I don't like violence unless you're invading my territory. But I love what's going on with these countries around the world right now. Enough is enough. And I stand with every one of them.
Did you see the part when he was on the stage and it was all for there was some kind of symbolism, but he put Melania in front of him,
Yeah.
sort of like the queen protects the king.
Yeah.
So there was something to that I can't figure out. I've had some people tell me that I have been watching videos, but that was done on purpose.
It was totally done on purpose. Watch a guy named Jordan Clark who really dissects these comms, and it's
Q comms.
The way they explain it, it's incredible, because I don't have time to get into all of that stuff. But yeah, that was totally on purpose. Totally.
Yeah. I wish I had the time with like those people to get into the Q drops and with his posts, and then how he highlights certain posts and stuff like that. I mean, I've got a life to live, but I also got a good instinct, and I see a lot of things that a lot of people can't see. And for me, it's just common sense, to be honest with you. But that whole Jeffrey Epstein thing is, like he said, in 2009, it was him, Donald Trump, that literally reported Epstein.
Hey, Trump posted something today on Adam Schiff and misspelled his name.
Oh,
he left off the C, so it was SHIFF. Schiff. Yes.
So that'd be a Q drop.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting, and then the timestamp of when it was. So I'm sure I'll hear about it probably later this evening if I do a little digging. But Shifty Schiff and these people are in trouble. They're in trouble, and I do believe they've already been taken. It's just a matter of when we're going to see it.
Of course. Before I close off, what was this one? I got this little. It's not a video. It's a photo. Exact what I want to go. He doesn't silence his opponents. He shoves them into the spotlight, and then he lets them destroy themselves. I guess that was the best way to explain what he really does.
Yeah.
I want to show that earlier, of course. I'm a one-man show.
Hey, Jeff, Steve Rutley said someone was arrested today in the UK for calling someone a Muppet.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I mean, you don't even understand the videos I get down there. If someone called, something with bacon, and they were arrested because they were they're walking down the street and they're yelling, "I love bacon," and the police arrested them because it's offensive against the immigrants. How can you say this? I hate the police with a passion, Roland. I really do. It's the only thing I don't like about Trump. That's the only thing, is he always supports the blue. And for me, I'll never support the blue or back up the blue ever since the COVID pandemic stuff, no matter what. And it just bothers me because if you go to the UK, me and you wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now on lives. They'd be at our door, knocking at our door, and we'd be in prison. And I'm not talking months. I'm talking about years, just mentioning anything about immigrants.
Just remember, Jeff, we do have a lot of guys good at that wear that uniform. And especially now, since Pete Hegseth has taken on the Department of War, whatever we want to call it now. And there's a lot of guys. I mean, the recruits are off the charts. So we're going to get rid of these bad apples. But there's a lot of good guys in uniform that have lost their life. And I hear what you're saying. I mean, I can't stand a crooked cop. But there's a lot of good men and women that wear that uniform. It's kind of like somebody said, every podcaster's a whatever. That would put me and you in a category that I think we don't belong. But I know what you're talking about, especially in these other countries. Now, these police officers over here know Trump ain't messing around. He's not messing around. So they better get their act together, or they're going to be part of what's getting ready to get trashed out as well.
Well, you want to check this out? The RCMP, which is our head police down in Canada, look what they're looking for. Immigrants.
Wow.
That's all. Roland, I applied for the RCMP last year. I made it to level 4, which level 5 is pretty much done. I would have been hired. And the thing they said they couldn't hire me is because they found out that I was part of the freedom movement against the government. And that's not what the freedom movement was all about. It was about freedom, about mass mandates and the vaccinations. But they stopped my application just because of that. But here they're trying to grab as many immigrants for DEI as much as they can. So when I say I hate the RCMP, I hate them with a passion, and I don't think I'll ever change that.
Yeah,
I'll never change that. Now, there's a difference between the cops in the United States under Trump and the police down here under Labucky. Like, she's a female commissioner, which again, DEI, right?
Yeah.
So huge difference. The police down here are totally different from what the police are up in the States under Trump, that is.
Well, brother, we got to stick together, and we got to continue to be vigilant and bolder, get louder, continue to tell people, hey, you know what? Pay attention to who you listen to. Watch what watch out what you're watching and who's saying what. And get rid of all this negativity and stuff, which I always try to say. There are some good things coming. How long it's going to take? We've waited this long. What's the alternative? Jump off the train? Can't do it. We can't do it. We got to stay united because division does not work.
It's going to be interesting, though, with the whole Maduro in Venezuela. Apparently, there's some things going on, and he's gathered a bunch of troops, and I mean, that's just a joke. I mean, give me a break. You ever seen the Venezuelan army? Give me a break.
It's no different than these guys in Chicago going, us gangs are going to rise up, and we're going to take care of the military. Anybody in ICE that comes into Chicago.
Yeah,
you don't bring a butter knife to a gunfight.
I seen that too. What a joke that is. I would join ICE just for that moment.
So would I.
Yeah. All right, guys, that will be it for me. I got to scoot down to the arena. Roland, thank you again. I'm glad that you're less busy, and let's get our podcast going now that the winter's coming and all that good stuff, brother.
I'm going to need your help on some stuff. You know that, and then we'll continue to do this quite a bit more. But all my Canadian peeps, good to see you, all of you on here. Thank you for all the wonderful compliments. All my American patriots, same with you. I love you guys. You guys are incredible. Jeff, I'm honored you asked me to get back on here again. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
No problem, guys. I'm going to cut it short without even a song because I really am past my time. But I had a couple videos, intro videos. Problem with that is, that song, "We Didn't Start the Fire"?
Yeah, Billy
But
Joel.
but you got to see this video, and you'll never look at the video the same again. And I have to put it at the end because if I put it at the beginning, the whole podcast stops because it's copyright.
Wow.
But if I put it at the end, the videos, they can copyright. It doesn't matter because we already did the video. So I want to do the ending, but I'm gonna send it to you.
Please do.
And I'm gonna do it Thursday, guys. I'm gonna show the video Thursday. You'll never look at that song again the same way. We didn't start the fire. So anyway, besides that, guys, I love you all. Roland, thanks again. And we'll see you guys back Thursday. I don't know, Roland, when you're doing your podcast.
Maybe tomorrow. I might have time to do it tomorrow because I don't think I'll have time on Thursday.
Okay, sounds good, guys. You heard him for our American Patriots and the Canadians. Obviously, Roland will be, look at his Facebook to see when he's doing his next YouTube, his next Facebook. All right, guys. I love you all. Roland, like a brother. I love you too. And we'll talk to everybody Thursday, and let's keep in touch.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you. Adios, amigos.